Born and raised, right down the street actually, probably about a 4-minute, 5-minute walk. I was on Tucker Drive. Grandma used to bring me over here when the two trailers were over here to the side. But District 1 has just been home. It's a community of so many aunts, uncles, cousins, all the above. Like I said, I tell people all the time, I'm the only one to pitch a no-hitter at Summerfield, and nobody can make me disagree with that reality. But I think in all of the stories I've told, the biggest one and most important one is District 1 is the reason that I am the man that I am today. So many people have put a lot of overtime into my life. This village has truly raised me. Absolutely. Man, that's a great question. The first perspective I shared with anybody was this was not my goal in life. I thought I would be in Boston living a different life. But I wrote a paper that talked about revitalization, the efforts that it would take to stop gentrification. In 2008, how the rental market had taken over Northwest Huntsville. That paper turned into a conversation. That conversation turned into a ballot. That ballot turned into a victory. So it really was motivated by just seeing what is happening now, and that is a revitalization of communities that were once thriving, to see that type of success all over District 1 that we've seen in the city of Huntsville. It's time in a lot of ways to, one, address the infrastructure. A lot of cars come through North Huntsville now from Tennessee, from Harvest, and all the above, to make sure that we're keeping up with the infrastructure needs and the demand on the roads. But overall, commercial and restaurants, retail, you got to make sure that people want to be in the quality of life, spend their money, disposable money, in a 4 to 5 mile radius like in other areas. It's a great question. When we started with quality of life, I mean, Johnson Legacy has over 435 members in that area that use the new facility. We're going to have the skating rink, the revitalization of Stoner Park. The announcement about Richard Showers redevelopment is next Thursday. We're going to make sure we magnetize the area, but we also have to get commercial partners. We want to see places like Providence took 17 years to redevelop, but now is a place to be. It's going to take time, but North Huntsville has to be that same thing. What makes somebody drive from east, west, South Huntsville to come north? Those are things we're working to bring and announce in the next year. Man, it's a blessing to see so many people return. As I said, my cousin just bought a house in Jaguar Hills, once where we were playing basketball on Brett Road. He now is a homeowner, has a child that'll be going into the public education system. And again, the reinvestment is not just our dollars and cents, it's our community and culture. And having people who were born and raised here knowing the beauty of what has always been and made us who we are, returning to make sure that those things are true for the kids and generations to come. Absolutely. One, I got to make sure that we support, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, our school system. 7 years ago, only 2 schools were failing in Northwest Huntsville. Now 7 of them are on the failing list that was announced last year for the school report card. That affects our property values. That affects how many families want to move here. I have to make sure I continue to support the school system and the new school board candidate, whoever is elected. And then secondarily, I have to make sure that we continue to work to bring retail and commercial. What we'll announce on the Parkway and making sure people have restaurants to sit at, places to shop, and things that bring people from around the North Alabama region and North Huntsville. One, everybody has any reason by which they can decide to vote or not vote for me. If people define me by one moment in my life, not knowing all of the story, not knowing all of what has happened, there's nothing I can do about that. But the majority of people that we've knocked on doors with, who's prayed over me, who told me to run again, because I promise you I did not plan on running again, the majority of people look at me as a totality of 8 years and not one moment. So as much as I wish I could go back in time and change everything that has happened, it has made me a better man. And I cannot define myself, and nobody should define themselves by one moment, but the sum total of all the moments of their life.